On Windows 11 or Windows 10, have you ever wondered what this application is? Well, today I'm doing my official review on the Acer mixed reality headset. Now, there's so many models out there of the mixed reality headset by Windows. Well, not really, because most of them are third party. There's some made by Acer, HP, and even Samsung. Some other models are way more expensive and may be better than this one. So just because I say something negative about mixed reality in this video doesn't mean it could apply to the other ones out there on the market. Also, I'm using a used model, so a lot of the technical glitches could be from the other owner. So whatever I say about technical issues, please take this video with a grain of salt. I'm just telling you guys my experience so it can maybe let people know about this headset and what it's about. How it compares to the other headsets on the market like HTC Vive, Oculus, and even PlayStation VR. Right, let's get into the review of the Windows mixed reality headset by Acer. First, I have a love and hate relationship with this headset. It has a very bulky design and reminds me of a 90s sci-fi movie. But when it comes to the tech inside, it is really well done. I'm actually really impressed. Instead of using webcams, sensors, or antennas, this uses the headset itself, making it, I guess, mixed reality. Because it uses the real world to track instead of sensor, this makes this headset literally plug and play. No more having to set up weird set boxes like PSVR or weird antenna sensors like the Oculus or HTC Vive. All you gotta do is plug that motherfreaker in, make sure you track around your surroundings, and you should be ready to go. This kind of reminds me of the Oculus Quest, and it's pretty awesome. But its strong point is also its downfall, which we'll talk about in a minute. I'm sorry, but I hate these controllers. I don't know what it is. It could be because of the touchpad, because honestly, adding a touchpad is a stupid idea. Literally, this is what I also hate about the HTC Vive. There is no purpose of adding a touchpad when literally you're in VR. Like, I get it, the DualSense and the DualShock 4 both have touchpads on their controllers. And I'm only giving this an example because there's actually a purpose to them. You can use them to open the map, or you can also use it as a secondary keyboard. But in VR, you don't need any of those things. Literally, VR is a 3D multi-space. You can literally touch the icons you want to do. So why is there a touchpad in VR? It doesn't make any sense at all, and it makes it so annoying for some VR games. Some developers have to make their controls really funky just because they don't know how to implement these controls.
But Chief, you can change your bindings.
Even if you can change your bindings, there isn't an excuse to have a touchpad. And plus, it just makes changing your bindings even harder because now you have to do weird things with the touchpad. Outside of that, of being a touchpad on the controller, this is a pretty decent controller. It does the job and it actually feels really good in the hands. I will say another complaint I would have with these controllers are the battery life. Since I got my headset on Friday, I had to replace the battery over 3 times. And it's usually on the left side. My right side has been fine, I haven't had to replace it. So this could be an eBay used controller issue. But at the same time, it does bring up a point. Why does Microsoft or a lot of companies still use AAA batteries as their power source? We can literally just charge our devices. Literally every controller on the market allows you to charge. So why does this one allow you to charge? Yeah, sure, you could go out and buy rechargeable batteries, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense because it should come with it inside the box. Wow, it looks like Microsoft always puts their DNA in all the products they make, even though it's made by Acer. But hey, it says Windows mixed reality. Now, when it comes to experiences, I can't really give you my full thoughts because I haven't really been able to try a lot of VR experiences. And that's because a lot of them are pretty expensive. And for users getting into PC VR, you're going to spend a lot of money. Literally, Half-Life Alyx is still $60, and a lot of other VR titles that are very popular are also still full price, which sucks because you just paid over maybe $1,000 for your PC. You just paid over like $200 or $300 for your headset, except me. Now you gotta fill up your whole backlog full of VR games. I'm not saying paying for VR games is an issue, but the VR experiences out there are so limited. A lot of them are literally 30-minute demos or experiences or games with just a limited amount of things you can do with them. This is VR, and I thought that a lot of developers would go crazy. That's probably why there's only 2% of users that actually have PC VR.
Or maybe you're just broke, Chief.
Yes, I am, but I do have a couple of things to say and to talk about during my 3-day experience with this headset. First, let's talk about the mixed reality portal. I actually enjoy the mixed reality portal. I really enjoy the Cliff House. I just wish that they would have added more to it later on, but you know, Windows, we'll get to that later. But I actually like the portal. Having your desktop icons in a 3D living space is such a cool concept to me, and I wish they would have went deeper, but they really didn't. They did a half job here, and that's why I'm kind of disappointed, because I could see so much potential with the Cliff House. I mean, you could do a couple of things like browse the internet, launch some apps, and maybe play a little bit of games, but that's pretty much it. You're not getting anything else here, so it's kind of disappointing for that matter. If there was a way to change maybe the scenery or the day, the time, add furniture or something like that, I think this would have been really great for a lot of VR users. And it's kind of sad because Oculus users could literally do exactly what I just said. So I don't know, man. It seems to be like Microsoft really doesn't support their mixed reality line, and it makes no sense to me. Yeah, they added minor updates, but majority of the things you're gonna do is through Steam VR, which I'll also talk about in a minute. Mixed reality is also compatible with Steam VR. To make it running with Steam VR, all you have to do is download the Mixed Reality Steam VR application, do a couple of updates, and it should work fine. And I don't have a problem with Steam VR, but it sucks that Mixed Reality relies so much on it. I wish Microsoft made their own launcher and their own VR system so majority of VR games could be compatible through the Cliff House. I hate how you have to use Steam VR for everything, because Steam VR is not really meant for mixed reality, and it's meant for their own product lines or HTC Vive. It's kind of sad because Oculus literally has their own launcher and everything. So it just shows the amount of support Microsoft really cares about the mixed reality headsets. But enough about talking about launchers and Cliff Houses. How does it play? Well, it really depended on game to game. Now, I have a decent PC. I think my biggest downgrade on my PC is having 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, for some games, mixed reality worked absolutely amazing. I would say like majority of my games really worked with mixed reality. I didn't have much issues. I did have some sensor issues. Sometimes the hands would go and fly all over the place. This could be because it's using camera tracking, so it may not be totally accurate, but it is pretty accurate in most cases. Now, sorry guys for the recording being very stuttery. It makes me hella upset, but sometimes it's like that in the game, but majority of times it is pretty smooth in the headset. But I'm telling you, man, this is a really great headset. The resolution is crazy. It's so immersive. Like sometimes I forgot I was in VR. Like I was low-key on the floor interacting with the environment. Like VR is pretty immersive because you don't have those cables. Like, I mean, there are cables, but because you don't have those sensors and all that shenanigans, it's a smooth experience. but I wish Microsoft would have gave it more support so we can see the true potential of this headset. Like I said before, you will be using Steam VR, and so some games may not run really great with the mixed reality headset. Like, for example, I kept crashing in VR chat, and some games have this weird stuttering effect. Sometimes it's there, sometimes you notice it, sometimes you can't. But you can definitely see it in the video for proof. Sometimes it is like that and you have to fix it. It sucks. I will say that this headset does have some issues when it comes to some games, and that is because of compatibility issues. And hopefully in the future, maybe Steam or maybe Microsoft could fix these issues. Here's my final thoughts about the mixed reality headset.
Do I recommend you buy this headset? Well, here's the thing. If you're a new user into VR, I would not recommend this as your first use to VR. I would actually recommend you wait for PSVR 2 or get an Oculus Quest. But if someone is enthusiastic about technology, or you don't like having to set up all that equipment, this headset is perfect. I just wish Microsoft would have gave it more support. Now, I don't think they really canceled it or gave up on it yet, but it seems like they did, because there's barely any news about these headsets out there. So hopefully Microsoft could put in more attention. I'm gonna do a lot of VR content, and I'm going to be using mixed reality, so if you have any tutorials or needing help with anything, just let me know. I'll try to set it up. I might not know all the I might not know all the answers, but I'll try to help as many people as possible. Alright guys, this was my review. I was gonna wait until Wednesday, but frick it, man, I'll just put it out early. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.